Now, there's a UN report that says Somalia sent soldiers to fight in Tigray, but your government denies this. Is there any truth to these allegations, or is this just the media releasing misinformation?
There's a lot of misinformation. We have talked about this in different forums. Most recently, to satisfy this issue, the Prime Minister has appointed a committee consisting of military and diplomats to look into the matter and to get to the real truth, to provide it to the people of Somalia.
Also, now Somalia conducted major operations against the Al-Shabaab terror group, and most recently we're seeing an increase in counterterrorism operations by Somalia. Where exactly does Somalia stand right now in its war against terror? What's the current situation and the security situation inside Somalia?
Look, the fight against terrorism in Somalia has been ongoing for a number of years. The Somali National Army and Somali security forces in general have done a tremendous job in confronting Al-Shabaab and rolling back their influence in many areas. This was not possible without the cooperation of our friends including Turkey, which trains a number of Somali troops, built an academy in Somalia, as you're aware, and the support that Turkey has provided to Somalia has been great. We also have AMISOM troops coming from a number of African countries, both troops and police. And we have other bilateral friends that have contributed to the issue of the security. Now, this has led to Al-Shabaab increasing its attacks and soft targets in the capital. As you may have heard, just a couple of days ago, Al-Shabaab attacked a line of people trying to be recruited to sign up for military. Unfortunately, 20 plus have died on the spot. Many others were injured. But that never stopped, and this is the spirit and the resilience of the Somalis in confronting Al-Shabaab, and the recruitment went on and concluded as scheduled, and many people still signed up to fight against Al-Shabaab. What you're talking about is the operations that are ongoing in the Middle Shabelle currently. The two regions that operations have been taking place is Lower Shabelle and Middle Shabelle, and those are proceeding very successfully. Our military has the upper hand, and we will defeat Al-Shabaab, inshallah.
Inshallah. Earlier this month, the Somalian Prime Minister met with the UAE ambassador to Somalia. Now, your country has had frosty ties with the United Arab Emirates. Is this a sign that relations between Somalia and Abu Dhabi are warming up?
Listen, some of these are meetings that take place. These are routine. Ambassadors meet with the foreign minister, meet with the prime minister and others. But to answer your question, we are interested in revitalizing and re-energizing our foreign relations with all countries, regardless of what has been in the past. We need to look into this and see how we can have a positive, equal, productive relationship with all countries.
Now, I know you're very busy. We've taken a lot of your time. So I just have one last question before you move on to your bilaterals and panels. Now, the African Union mission is due to leave Somalia at the end of this year. Is your country ready to take over its own security given the threat posed by Al-Shabaab? What is the readiness level of the Somalian armed forces and its security services?
There is something called Somali Transitional Plan, a plan that moves security responsibility from AMISOM to Somali security forces. And this plan has been approved, has been looked at by AMISOM, the United Nations, and the Somalis. It will put Somali forces and Somali leadership in the front in the defeat against Al-Shabaab and the rebuilding and putting the whole security responsibility on Somalis. if we follow that plan, that Somali transitional plan, yes, ultimately Somalis have to take the responsibility, the full responsibility for its own country.
Somalian Foreign Minister Mohamed Abdirisaq, thank you for setting aside time for TRT.